Yo, my dope people. What is good, man? Hope all is well. Sending y'all mad positive energy. Before I get into this random YouTube video that I decided to make, take a deep breath for me to become present since it's a gift. You feel me? Welcome to the present. Today, and honestly, I started talking about this earlier, man. I was downstairs making a YouTube video about this on my iPad while I was drinking my tea, but I had a call that I had to take, so it kind of ended abruptly. But here I am on my PC speaking about this, and today I am talking about entrepreneurship and like the 9 to 5, right? And number one, why I appreciate entrepreneurship and why I believe, the 9 to 5s or being an employee of, I guess in a traditional sense, being an employee, why it doesn't work in the long term, no matter how much you're making, right? Now, before I get into this message, let me make something very clear. I am not downplaying people who work a traditional 9 to 5 position, but what I am saying is a 9 to 5 should only be a bridge to a higher goal or purpose. And I mean, I'm just standing on that, but I'll get to that in a minute on why, right? First, entrepreneurship. Why did I personally choose entrepreneurship? Why do I appreciate it so much? Now, I'm going to give you an example on why I appreciate it so much, because I'm really just good at giving examples. That's how I articulate myself, I believe. And to a degree, like the best way I know how to articulate myself for now, I'm getting better at really explaining it from, a intellectual level. But for now, I just like to give examples because for me, it just works best in regards to articulation, right? So number one, I woke up yesterday and this is on any given day, to be honest. But not yesterday, Friday. I woke up on Friday, and I woke up at 5:30. It kind of varies on when I wake up. Most of the time is definitely in between 5 and 6 a.m. Usually around 5:30 though. And I woke up. I read my book for 30 minutes. I like to wake up and read now because it gets the brain kicking a little bit. I'll read for 20 to 30 minutes. It gets the brain kicking. I'm working on my speech. And when I got done reading my book, I went downstairs, made some tea. I sat on my patio, while the sun was rising, and I was listening to some YouTube, and then I meditated. After I got done with that, I did my calisthenics workout, and then I did my normal traditional workout, weightlifting. Then I took a shower. And the reason I bring this up is it feels amazing to wake up and legit be able to do what the fuck I want to do. It's really that simple. The thing about it is it's freedom. Freedom is not just a choice. Freedom is an energy. And when you embody that energy of being free, I don't think it's possible to go back. Excuse me. Man. Dang. But excuse me. But when you embody freedom, I don't really think it's possible to go back to not being free. And it's simply because by noon, I'm done doing with what I truly need to do. After 1 o'clock, after 1 o'clock, I'm open to do whatever I genuinely want to do. Most of the time, I end up looking at charts. I'm doing tarot stuff. I'm reading. I'm studying something, doing some research on something. Because that's just what I love to do. At the end of the day, at this point, I've embodied the philosopher energy. I am just a philosopher at this point in time. That's a part of it. That's just one aspect of me. It's an important aspect, but that is an aspect of me. Right. And on top of that, that's around like the classes that I attend for, investing in things along those lines. Now, being able to do that every day, and I'm gonna be honest, another thing that I want to make sure I say, and this quote was from a friend of mine, and it resonated with me so much, is my worst day as an entrepreneur is better than my best day when I was an employee. And that is so true. It is so true, because there's some days where I'm just like, fuck. It could be difficult, right? Or not even difficult. It could just have challenges in regards to maintaining your cool and really putting practical application to emotional intelligence and emotional control. So when those days come, I still so much appreciate it, because when I get home, I take my shower, I go to bed and I wake up in the morning. Guess what? I do not have to go to anyone's job. I don't have to report to anybody, period. And another thing is I'm willing to bet my whole life. I've been willing to bet on myself, point blank, period. I've been willing to bet on myself my whole life, and it's worked. It has worked up until this point. So I'm going to continue to do it. There's been people, there's been family and all of that. They've been like, don't do this, David. You shouldn't do this. Are you sure you want to do this? Yes, I'm sure. Because I'm going to be real. I don't want to end up where the fuck they at. It's as simple as that. I have way bigger goals, way bigger aspirations. And that's just where it is. That's just what it is. And this is friends, family, people that don't like me, whatever it may be. And I've always just counted on myself, because I'm willing to put in the work. I was willing to cultivate the discipline needed to get to this point. And that's why I bet on myself. That's part of it. Excuse me. But yeah, man, like entrepreneurship at the end of the day, it's the freedom. It's the spiritual essence correlated with freedom, right? Because it's just not myself. It's the divine connection that I have. It is the universe. It is God, source, whatever you want to call it. Sometimes I call it God. Sometimes I call it source. Sometimes I call it divine. It just depends. But if you're triggered by that, oh fucking well. I don't really care. I don't give a shit. But with that being said, I'm so appreciative of that essence and the essence of freedom, because it allows me to do what I want. And again, I don't have to report to anybody. I get up when I want, and I'm responsible and disciplined enough to make sure that I stay on my path and my purpose. So that's really the big thing about entrepreneurship. And honestly, as well, I think this is a part of it too. You're not going to make much of anything your first year of entrepreneurship. Why? It's because for you to know that you love to do something, you have to do it for free. Because if you're doing something for free, that's the only way you're going to, the only way to do it is because you love it. Most people don't do things for free. Now, I'm not saying that you have to do it for free after that. What I'm saying is the universe is wanting you to stand on your convictions, and you proving, not necessarily proving, but again, just standing on your convictions and knowing that you love to do this no matter what. And that's what I had to do for the last year. There's a lot of things I love to do, and I had to prove that I love to do it without getting paid. So I stood on my convictions, and it's really starting to change. And I'm grateful of it, because can't no one take that away from me. And a lot of people, let's be honest, a lot of people aren't willing to take the risk that I took. So with that being said, I earned my stripes, and I'm going to continue to earn my stripes. You feel me? So I'm just excited about my present. I'm excited about my future, and I'm really excited about the people that I'm coming into contact with, not because of what they have, not because of necessarily even what they have to offer. It is those things. Those are a part of it. But if anyone has met me, they know I love to cultivate close relationships and partnerships with people. I think that's the best part of being alive, is cultivating and growing with people that's like-minded. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to be yes men or anything along those lines, or yes women. We just have to be like-minded in regards to our purpose, the bigger goal, being tapped into the universe and the divine. You feel me? And that's what it has a lot to do with for me. And again, man, just again growing with these people, man, and I love these people for them. You feel me? So it's all of those things. It's there's not one aspect. There's many aspects on why I feel that way. So I'm just very excited with where I'm at and where I am going. I'm not comfortable, but I am uncomfortable being comfortable. So to a degree, I am comfortable because I've been growing a lot up until this point my whole life. You know, I got comfortable being uncomfortable. Like, again, people could say what they want, but I volunteered to go to Afghanistan as a contractor. I studied for my Security Plus over there, came back, and I failed my Security Plus twice. And then I ended up passing on the third one, right, on the third time. And in Afghanistan, you know what I'm saying, I was working 7 days a week, 12-hour shifts. I was there for like 10 months. So, and I was overseas in Kuwait, you know, so like I really cultivated myself and stayed disciplined and changed my life, you know, and I transformed myself, and I'm going to continue to transform myself. So if you met me, a lot of people knew, look, there's a lot of people that know me, but if you met me prior to, you know, May last year, I'm not the same person. Like, I'm not the same person. I'm a highly spiritual person. You know, I am disciplined. And if you are coming around me with some stupid ass shit, then it's not going to be long until I just stop talking to you. Point blank, period. And let's be honest, a lot of people try to play you and act like you can't see, you know, or you can't feel the energy, and you don't know people be lying and shit like that. It's like, I'm not doing none of that. I'll just cut you off. Point blank, period. If you're not growing, and I'm not saying every single day has to be, you know, super serious or anything along those lines. That's not what I'm saying. Because if you truly know me, you know I like to clown around at home. I like to clown around with my people. I love to go on brunches, you know what I'm saying, and hang around women and talk with it. Like, listen, I like to do all of that. But when it's time to get serious, you know what I'm saying? Like, when it's time to really, you know, lock in and focus so you can get to that next level, then nothing is stopping me from doing that. I'm locking the fuck in. And if you with me, you with me. If you're not, you getting off the train. You feel me? Like, it is what it is. Not personal, but it's the truth. So to get to the 9 to 5 portion of it. All right, look, this is the thing. Nothing is wrong with being at a 9 to 5 job, but you have to have a plan in place to get to the next level, which should ultimately be some type of entrepreneurship or individuality or freelancing type thing. Reason being is because a 9 to 5 is like a slow death. Like, if that's it's literally a slow death, because ultimately you have to ask yourself, who is responsible? Like, if you have a family, or you don't even have to have a family, if it's just you, right? Everything is really banking on that 9 to 5. So if the company wants to cut some people to save money, they're going to cut people, and you can't do anything about it. So at the end of the day, that company controls your future. That company controls your happiness, and that company controls, you know, your stability. Like, let's keep it a buck. That is literally what it is. Now, again, I'm not saying that to scare anyone and say you need to go quit this, that, and the third. I'm just saying that you need to have a plan in place to get out of that 9 to 5. Now, and if you don't have a plan in place, then you're just, I'm going to be honest, you're not going. They are getting, when I mean they, I mean the elites. I mean the government. Like, they are getting rid of your middle class. They are. I don't know if you all can see it or not, but I'm here to tell you the middle class is being like excommunicado type shit. There will be poor and there will be rich. All right. I'm just here to deliver the message. You could take it or leave it, whatever. But with that being said, how do you get out of the 9 to 5, right? First and foremost, you have to find out what you love to do. All right? Because you don't want to get out of a 9 to 5 just to do something you don't love and not be happy. Let's just be honest. If you truly want to be happy, you have to find what you want to do that makes you happy. Now, in short, you find something you love to do, You find where it is needed and you fill that hole and where it's needed at. In short, okay? If you want to just skip the rest of this video and know the message, that's ultimately what you have to do. But just to break it down just a little bit more, right? You have to experiment different things, like spend time with yourself, go out on walks. This is why I'm always telling people go out on walks, or just spend some time with yourself so you can start understanding what you actually love to do, what makes you happy. Now, once you and the universe is just it's going to introduce different concepts and things along those lines based off of what you love to do. So, for example, and I asked my a close friend of mine this the other day, right? We were talking about sports. We both love sports, especially football. So the question you ask yourself is, what energy underneath the football or sports, right? What energy is that? Why? You know what I'm saying? So you have to tap into things with that energy. It's not just football we love. It's the energy football provides that we love. So what else that fits in that energetic realm is something that you enjoy doing. You have to explore those things. And it's okay if you don't know, because a lot of you all right now looking at the video are probably like, dang, I don't really know what makes me happy. Guess what? That is okay, and that's probably good, because that means you need to explore. That's confirmation that you are getting your answer from me, from the universe, that you need to explore yourself. Because, and let's be honest, the reason most likely the reason you don't know is because most of us, you know, we have kids and things along those lines, and we got caught up when just needing to make it work, you know, with significant others and making sure the kids is taken care of, and life be lifing. I can relate to that, right? But you need to spend time with yourself to explore that, to learn that. So you didn't really have time. You have to give yourself some grace and be patient with yourself, because you didn't necessarily give yourself the proper amount of time to learn more about yourself. And that's just the truth. The good thing is there's nothing you could do about that now. But right now, you can't change that. You can't change the past, but you can definitely change your present and your future for sure. But it starts now. It starts now. So spend some time with yourself, you know, some practical application on how to do this. You spend some time with yourself, regardless if you go out on a walk, regardless if you're working out, if you're going on a train ride, if you're going to a coffee shop. It doesn't really matter. Just spend some time with yourself. All right. And when you do that, you're going to get ideas. You're going to receive ideas from the universe. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to just trigger different concepts in your mind. And when those concepts trigger, you're going to be like, oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. You know, let me try this out. Let me try this out. Some things you'll like, some you won't. But the ones that stick, that's how you figure out what you love. And when you start doing it, you're probably going to go down a rabbit hole of different ideas within those concepts. And when you figure out what you love to do, it's just going to happen because you're being guided to that. The universe is definitely going to respond to you. This I can promise you. You know what I'm saying? But you have to learn the language of the universe, which is synchronicities, which is happiness, which is you being in alignment with yourself and being happy, because being happy means you're in alignment. If you're not happy, you're not in alignment. You know, so ultimately that's how you can take the first practical step in regards to figuring out what you actually want to do, like going into that, in that direction, right, of ascension, is start journaling, write down what makes you happy, write down what you love to do, right? Spend some time with yourself and just be aware of the ideas that come to you, right? And journal about it. You know, start researching about those things. And when you start doing research, the universe is going to respond more and more to what you actually desire. You feel me? And that's how you that is how you put the key in the ignition and start the car before you drive. All right. So with that being said, again, I'm not putting down the 9 to 5 or anything like that. I'm just saying ultimately you have to have a plan in place on getting out the 9 to 5. And again, it's okay if you don't know what makes you happy yet, but you watching this video, now you know how to, again, start that transition, initiate that change. You feel me? With that being said, though, didn't want to make this too long. I'm at 19 minutes or 20 minutes. So With that being said, man, have a great day. It is Monday, man. A great start to the week. I always start off Sunday is the new week, and it feels amazing. I just had a very good workout. I ate breakfast. I had oatmeal and apples with 2 pieces of the pepper bread, cinnamon bread. I love that bread. That shit's so fire. And I don't even put it in the toaster. I just put it in the microwave for like 20 seconds. I'm just being honest. But with that being said, love y'all much, man. Sending y'all positive energy. It's a good day. Get outside, get some sun. And with that being said, let's take a breath to become present since it's a gift before you leave this video. You already know, drink your water. Health is wealth. Take care of yourself, because the way we manifest and the quality in which we manifest is directly correlated with your health. So take care of yourself. And only you know if you're healthy or not. All right? No excuses. With that being said, drink your water, and we out. It's game.